Hey, what's up guys, this is Harry Dale and this is my prediction video for tomorrow night's fight between Mayweather and Maidana. Now, this is not going to be a completely detailed breakdown, uh, specifically, a keys to victory for each fighter, because I made a keys to victory for the first fight and it applies for this one as well. So you can go ahead and check out those videos and also other videos that I did prior to the first fight that talked about a lot of interesting topics. The links are in the description. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the prediction. Mayweather, if he's going to win this fight, he's going to have to try to knock Maidana out. He's really going to have to try to knock Maidana out, because if he tries to gamble again and thinking Maidana will punch himself out, he might make a big mistake, and Maidana might come in a tremendous amount of shape for this fight. He might be able to go hard for 9-10 rounds. Shit, if he goes 12 rounds hard, Floyd won't win. I see Floyd trying to be aggressive and really try to knock Maidana out, because if Maidana's conditioning is excellent, the longer the fight, the harder it is going to be for Mayweather. So I see Mayweather trying to go to the body hard, because he has brittle hands and they break easily. So I don't see him trying to go extremely hard to the head, but he will attack the body viciously, which can play against him, because he will leave himself open up top for Maidana to land right hands and left hooks and uppercuts. But there could be a point in the fight early on where Floyd could possibly try to take Maidana out with an extremely hard punch to the head. More specifically, I guess the jaw, chin. And that is because, if Floyd sees Maidana could take the body shots with no problem, and if Floyd is getting countered and he's paying for trying to, land to the body, if Floyd is paying for that, he might try to, take a different approach and possibly try to hit Maidana as hard as he can right on the jaw and try to take him out. The risky part about that is if Floyd does that and he fails. And I'm not saying, he fails like he's gonna miss. I'm saying he fails as far as knocking Maidana out and possibly breaking his hand, because that's probably that could happen. If Floyd breaks his hand throwing his hardest shot at Maidana, and Maidana doesn't move and takes the shot, Floyd is going to lose the fight. He's going to have one hand. He's going to be a one-handed fighter, and come on, a one-handed fighter in boxing is not good. And Maidana is going to just completely try to run over Floyd if that situation were to happen. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a couple clips. I'm gonna finish this video off showing you a couple clips and explaining to you a certain weakness, or certain constant mistake, or certain, I guess, bad habit, whatever you want to call it, that Floyd has. We all know Floyd has that excellent right hand lead. He's known for that punch. He throws it better than most fighters throw the jab. Now, with that being his biggest weapon, it's also his biggest weakness. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a couple clips, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off like that. Alright, here it is. Maidana's gonna throw the jab. He's gonna throw a half jab. Floyd reacts to it, but doesn't do anything. Maidana throws a second jab. And as soon as he throws that jab, Maidana leans to his left and throws a straight right hand that lands flush on Floyd. Floyd runs right into that punch. Now let's go ahead and take a look. Now let's go ahead and watch it in slow motion, and we're gonna go ahead and get real up close so you can actually see the punch in case you missed it in real time. Floyd reacts a bit to the first jab. Boom, right hand. One more time. Reacts. You see, the reason why Floyd didn't do anything but lean back was because Mayweather throws the pull back counter when his opponent is completely leaned in. He doesn't do it unless, his opponent throws a jab as he's leaning completely in to try to really land on Floyd. That is what gives Floyd the confidence, and it gives him the distance to say he could pull back and he could land because he knows his opponent is close enough. But when, let's say in this fight, when Maidana landed certain jabs, you didn't see Floyd always throw that counter. The reason why is because Maidana didn't always lean in. He usually snapped it out, and brought it back. When Maidana started leaning in with the jab and really trying to land it on Floyd hard, that's when you saw Floyd pull back and throw the right hand. And this was a punch that made Floyd stop throwing that punch for the rest of the round. And he really was cautious about it for the remaining 3 rounds. 3 rounds in, actually 2 rounds in 19 seconds. Let's go ahead and watch it in slow-mo. Now, if you think this is just a coincidence and everybody gets hit, clean from time to time, honestly, he got hit on the chest. Floyd got hit on the chest. The Maidana landed kind of like on the top of the mouth somewhat, and they kind of just glanced down, and it really ended up impacting his upper chest, which made Floyd stop in his tracks completely. You can clearly see Floyd's body buckle because that punch came in with a tremendous amount of force. Mayweather was clearly shaken up a bit by that punch, and it didn't even land on the button. Floyd got hit flush there, but he didn't get hit on the button. If he gets hit on the button, he's going to go down, and he's going to get knocked out cold. Now, if you say, this is just coincidence, well, let's go ahead and, let's go back a couple years, and let's go ahead and take a look at another fight with another Argentine fighter, Carlos Baldomir. Let's go ahead and take a look at that fight and see what happens there. Now, this is Mayweather versus Baldomir back in 2006. One more time. Same combination. Once more. Now let's watch it in slow motion, just in case you missed it in real time. Floyd's waiting for that jab. He's waiting for that jab. You see, the thing about Floyd is he gets really, right hand happy. Right hand lead happy. That he's completely unaware of his opponent's right hand. Let's go ahead and look at that one more time. Now it's not a coincidence anymore that Maidana was able to land this punch in the first fight. You're talking about, this is back in 2006 against Baldomir. A slow fighter was able to connect the exact same combination. The difference between Baldomir and Maidana is that Baldomir is not an intelligent fighter. He threw that 1-2 just because that's just, one of the most basic combinations in boxing. He didn't set that as a trap. He just threw the 1-2. Floyd just wasn't cautious about that right hand and got hit. You see how Floyd gets hit in the mouth? Still not right on the button. But against Maidana, you get hit right on the chin, right on that jawline. It's going to be a good night for Floyd. Alright, let's take a look at why Floyd has trouble landing on Maidana when Maidana gets really low. The reason why, well, just go ahead and see for yourself. Here it is. Floyd broke his hand on the top of Hernandez's head. Maidana, when he gets low, he shows the top of his head to Floyd. Floyd is hesitant to throw when Maidana gets that low because he is aware that he's been through that before, trying to land an uppercut on a fighter that gets low like that, and he ended up breaking his hand the last time he tried it. That's why you see Floyd throw hooks when Maidana gets low. You see, and Floyd misses with those hooks. So really, he doesn't have much of an option. If he tries to gamble and throw a jab or throw an uppercut or a right hand, he's going to probably break his hand. So by Maidana getting low, it's going to be a big advantage for Maidana. Let's go ahead and take a look at it one more time. Floyd does not want to suffer a fractured hand in a fight like this against a big puncher. Now, one more thing I'd like to add is Floyd's cut. Floyd has been cut to the eye before the first fight. Now, people say, that's Floyd's first cut. It's actually not his first cut, and it's not his first cut on that eye. I did a video after the first fight saying that Floyd was cut by a punch, and I explained, and I actually, tell you guys, Floyd has that big scar over his eye for that weigh-in for the first fight. When they had a close-up of them, you can clearly see the scar on over Floyd's eye. You can clearly see it in the Canelo weigh-in, in the Guerrero weigh-in, in the Cotto weigh-in. So he's had that cut for a while. Now that he, reopened it just recently in May, that could be I guess negative factor for Floyd, at least, because if that cut reopens with a punch, you're going to be looking at a doctor stopping the fight. Anyways, guys, I made a lot of videos prior to the first fight. If you guys want to check them out, very interesting stuff I mentioned in those videos. They're in the description below. And they talk about all the way from Maidana having to weigh lighter for the fight. I thought he was going to do that in the first time, but now he's going to do it this time, I guess. Also talking about how Maidana's better stylistically than Canelo was, and it wasn't going to be another shutout like everybody expects. A lot of different topics regarding that fight. So you guys can go ahead and check it out if you want. It's in the description. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. So until next time, see you later.